na enye mampani a or directive finance minister say one IMF nkodi nkomo no na issue ebize mprama komako edunsia ni na ohwe Ghana yabakose mu a yede akọ IMF yakwa aba na mbom ni ama mampani directive a wode ama finance minister say one IMF nkodi nkomo na anopai me check IMF website nso opani a otwete on behalf of IMF your friend Rice ono nso so agiatum se ampa omunsa ka Ghana mpanifo enkra no etoma ekra do se Ghana mpanifo eba wo enso no wo besi nkonwa na omo abobo nkomo na oman Ghana aban no dinka ma yete se IMF no na enye option na eyi levy na yamya yani ntua na omfa sa ato no nyampuntuo mai na Ghana man enko nanim ehun sansan bebre from parliament mempene ye ntua ehun tokwa ye tri speaker akonwa si ho ko supreme court and a whole lot of things intino eba beto dwa say eyi levy no kra no aban projections so ye anani odisi na ne so say betumi anya free mo eba be $600 million no sezi I can say mo be 10% pe ena na aban no etumi anya enti mo amu wo Facebook no mami fan komo no nsia say we didn't no das year no a letter from the president Nana Akuoko Kwarteng our director finance minister say onko IMF na secretary ba enre no honorable Kojo Ponkroma ya ono na oye the information minister and na osign secretary no na but Facebook our Kessben TV ya na wa share or say President of the Republic Nana Akuoko Kwarteng has authorized the finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta to commence formal engagement with the International Monetary Fund IMF, inviting the fund to support what they call economic program put together by the government of Ghana. And this follows a telephone communication between the president and IMF managing director, conveying Ghana's decision to engage with the fund. And the letter signed by Honorable Kojo Oponkroma. And the letter no, oko Facebook obehu letter no. The engagement with the IMF will seek to provide balance of payment support as part of a broader effort to quicken Ghana's build back in the face of challenges induced by the COVID-19 pandemic and recently the Russia-Ukraine crisis. Signed by the Honorable Information Minister, Honorable Kojo Oponkroma. So this is the letter written on the 1st July 2022 by the Ministry of Information, signed by the Minister of Information, Echo IMF, Director, and IMF from Penny4 NT Enono. Now, Anope Yaba Kessben Amansan Ntie media so yes, Yaba IMF for na yakwa check say letter na Akuoko do what tweet because they have Twitter now. Twitter, I feel IMF the ever any. I say we confirm. Officials have been in touch to request IMF support for. But so na ma TUC for chiro madwen say ma ban nko IMF ne say. Conditionalities no okay man penida da mails Mahama administration na. E kodu point be say between 2011, 12, e go 2016 no. There was a freeze on employment. Na yede tabo ato so say pese yakatua ne oman sikasem ye ya. Ma yemfa obi foforo bia nkogwa ba adwumem enti se obi ko pension kura na akwa yasem there are a whole lot of and your friend conditionalities IMF no ba na omo de bia ka ho enti Ghana ba bia ti na no bia na ye free IMF no the finance minister of Ghana Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta eye kenke party ebo se eto oye se nyame aboa ama Ghana is getting out of IMF. Now we are going back. So what are we going to do? Are we going to do for four party? And not your anything. Yam someone penny for one people mubiaka. Obetimi join live Facebook, Kessben TV. Na wa share na yan share nkomodie no senia ebesiako. Yago tie Ken Ofori-Atta finance minister on a wine office say ni kwan say yako IMF. Yenti nkakra. Okay, I'm saying the technical team work on the sound for me. Niamuti say okase Ken Ofori-Atta na ochimu our town hall meeting edit say Ghana for our tamale say Ntie yentimi call IMF and ye call IMF na ninsun so a ede bebro man no na mubeka as am no case people say e-levy no should be solution to the problem if is no na beboa ama nneɛma ayɛ kama nti no ɛne kwan sɛ yɛyɛ adwene sɛ yɛntua 11 no at the convincing point na finance minister ne Ghanafoɔ kasa sɛ yɛbɛdi atom na 11 no yɛatumi atua no ɛno na mohwɛ bi ɛwɔ TV no so no we'll get a sound back for you ɛnkyɛ koraa na mahwɛ na most of them so akasa kakra yɛnkɔ parliament ne yɛntie lawyer John Ampontia Kuma ɔno nso so at the floor of parliament ɛberɛ ɛbaa sɛ yɛnkɔ IMF no ɔno nso no nsɛm bi a ɔde to dwa yɛntie lawyer Kuma kakra.
Kessben.
Okay, mo de beche kakra am say technical ye sound no papa nti am say remo mo be boy to mana ya hwese betimi enya sound na nti the member of parliament for Asin Central Honorable Kennedy Akumpre record upon so akabi e de afa say MPP for call IMF a ni so so betimi aba e wo party internal decisions because the minimum say no so sound no be ba ye hwe say be ba ye ntie no so kakra. Okay. Well, anti abusia for you be rectify na ya mamotie ensema MPP mpanifo no e de tutu dwa efa IMF no ho no. Edi na ne omoka akosie nyina etietia ene se IMF no enye option. Na anyway ena no special request from panyi bi pa me wi a me boni dia kire mo. O se me mboma Ghana fo nyina.
Kessben.
Abono so pa usima edu no betimi adwane live Facebook Kessben TV na afei wa share ama onua so enya bi ahwe Kessben Amansan Ntie mpanimfa adwen ena no pɛ yesi nkonwa ye bobo nema papa ede mam no afei issue ba ko anura isi ye anopɛ se ka ho asɛm the connection of your Ghana card with the bank account existing numbers no. But you muntie me kakra. Yoko for the statement ba nansa na e ka ho asem na me say repeat. Say wo ho na wonya link bi wo phone so. Say a free o bank. I don't know bank, but if you bank ho, say link no for udin, account number, o momo number, o pin code and others. Emma omona omonfa enye nea also omode yese omode o records no omo update wo bank ho amawa mpacho hwe no wanye. Now what Yoko is saying is cyber fraudsters no oma urem ama oma wo drunk of bebre sika. Because you send a link lemba na unim na ukoyepe why expose u pin code ne wo momo number ne adda doc ibi ye secret ade na ma omo ti omo timi de withdraw sika nto be kono bank account no omo use sika free. Now what is Bank of Ghana saying is ade na shase enra na mom deadline bia mbajo munteni yo se ukwa yi usika e wo banka na ukwa transaction o banka na u update your system no dia untumi nje na mom deadline bia ni ho ma mbajo muntio se yebeka se
Kessben 92
yebeka se na wo de Ghana card ba bank ha yentimi update your system ne ma mbajo me sure se two issues you matima se ene se e free enro anu nene kono de untimi update your system no with Ghana card records na untimi nye transaction no na mbom deadline bia ni ho ma wo se tena kra na be se okọ bank Monday Tuesday time bia obetimi akọ okọ the only thing also bank ne ya ne say o mejo Ghana card no ma update system na ma no watimi ayo transaction bia also we administrative panic na ekọ so ne ya nya ne ntema ya ho be kire ne ade no this is coming from Bank of Ghana nti anya ne sa ne ya ni na ho so with fraudsters o mo so person o mu wuram na o mo buye no ai Kessben me di kwa na Akuoko Kwarteng Amansan Ntie mpanyin fa adwen and an pay yesi enkonya no we talk to zibu afo atena se dada nti ene ne be share discussion no ase na ye be kwa ahoma no so adi nkomo ba ko bienu bi aba and technical team no so work on the videos and he say nyame ya dom na sound no etutromu a ebeti bobo bi amamu etie mama msaku zibu afo akwa aba na we have a lot to talk about it and pay nti but I know work on Facebook Kessben TV na wa share ama unuan so anya bi etie I me faye koi nsunsun asori ne sei se be no fori atane abrofo no kohia akoye na de kura na de ebe free mu aba ehe na be ma yakọ ebe kwa akodu sei Mr. Bafo good morning.
Fine morning.
Number chompo me de ma me yen komo na sei na edenti na fe finally ho akohia se o se ekwa MF o de be shase afi ho na fe ye kono so negotiation no what are the chances possible chances in this say possible conditions in be say na fe in effect so no say ye fa na 3/4 but ye shase baby I be doing is a buy point is almost all of them fee say na ni kwan say ye kwa MF but o mamitio
yo na me chiatie fo na the American and say edi kan no obi enim IMF situation ewo ho any say the city me say 16 times ni ya call IMF ya hu de every mo aba in actual fact no country bebre kura akoko IMF wa afi de omote omo say ewo so omo ansunya omo bank omo form omo union e from omo the BRICS Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa into Omati New Development Bank as an alternative to IMF and the World Bank. Omujidi se omodia omobosia boni conditionalities no. Ya na anono enye shipi sa ya efrenu ofie because omo ehunu say omo kwa IMF akwa amwa won enti nekura no sa bank no United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Thailand, Argentina, Senegal no mu nyina pese Nigeria pese omo san akoka BRICS no ya wo mu take decision no 23rd June the church say omo so godom sa bank no simply because the IMF kono generally set is a hospital ko generally oko sra obi wo hokra no nanso asɛm no a ɛdo bɛkɔ no
Yango-
wahu sɛdeɛ ɛsiti
Yango pani ya obenu madura ni.
bɛnom adura no ɛyɛ kuni yɛdo bɛkɔ ɛna aban wei afa to no ho so sɛ ɔbɛyɛ de ɔbɛyɛ biara sɛ yɛbɛyɛ avoid yɛ perennial problems a IMF no yɛteɛ no nti ɔde nneɛma bebree mpo ɔbɛto situation a ne yɛwɔ IMF koraa dada no ɔbɔ no ho mmɔden a sɛ yɛbɛfiri mu na indeed yɛfiri mu 2018 yɛ sɛ wantumi amfi yɛmfiri mu o wɔde yɛfiri mu ankasa wɔde yɛfiri mu ankasa na kyerɛ sɛ conditions a na ɛwɔ hɔ nom no na yɛ adeɛ a ɛnipa bɛtumi abɔ no ho mmɔden ayi ne ho afiri mu ɔn sɛ problem bi wɔ hɔ a yareɛ bi wɔ hɔ a pɛ sɛ ɔsɔɔbo a bɛsɔɔbo IMF kɔ no te sɛ hospital bi a ɛyɛ bi a yɛasie sɛ yareɛ bebree kɔ
Kessben 92.9.
wobɛwua bɛtumi ahɛda anom nsa mmara bɔ yareɛ ama akɔtɔ hɔ ɛne ɛwɔ deɛ wogyina hɔ a kaa bi ate firi abɛwura wo fie abɔ wɔ ne yɛde wakɔto hɔ ebi yɛ seriously avoidable ɛyɛ ɛnsa nom deɛ no a waa na anom yaa tɔɔto nie etei wei ni etei cigarette ni mii me ba me bɛsi enwi nie emi ɛno deɛ wobɛtumi agyae na sɛ wada na ebi articulator bi di rudu aba bɛwura hɔ na bu na mu di ha untimi nka sɛ menkɔ hospital no untimi avoid it untimi avoid it enti nneɛma no bi wɔ hɔ a yareda no bi wɔ hɔ no mu a ɛdɔɔso obiara wɔ deɛ de bɛkɔ ayaresabea deɛ wobɛtumi no a resolve enti 2016 deɛ 15-16 ne yɛde na ɛkokɔ ɔkɔyɛ no deɛ aban no hwehwɛ mu no ne yɛbɔ yɛ ho mmɔden a yɛbɛtumi ayi ho afiri mu ɛdeɛ bɛntira saa mmerɛ no globally no na ewiase ni global recession yɛ akyɛ sɛ economy ate abɛfam na yareɛ biara ma yɛ a yɛdeclare no pandemic biara ni wiase saa nso so na food shortages ɛne ho nneɛma biara nso so ɛma wiase ɛno no deɛ na yɛ nsanweɛ ne yɛkɔweɛ wogyaa nsa no na abɔ mpaeɛ a wo kidney nom ne saa nneɛma no ne liver ne nyinaa no wobɛtumi a resuscitate no ɛna ban ne yɛ saa nti Ghanaians saw a whole lot of beautiful things happening in Ghana around that time growth rate by workers second tier pension nomne ade a yentua ye aban tua close to 5 billion banking reforms aban ye over 20 billion aban ye banking reforms ni nyina ma obi ehui wo lanche ne flagship program free education otimi de buy otimi so born no modern planting for food and jobs fertilizer na abu ewo man mu enuane enti Ghana kreka countries ya indeed aduane yan suffer terribly and we became the leading exporter of even yam in the whole world we Ghana Jamaica the toss
Kessben 92.9.
it Ghana born modern pa interest rate and cost through inflation dropped to single digits ya will be a interest rate abani to me but more damn I need gina am I confident and restore and build foreign reserves international say baby yes any dear ni move forward every Ghana for here see road constructions going around here and there. What you see, 3-tier road construction, whatever, and the bridges at all level. Everybody was asking for road and development. Yeah, and kwala a tiwe school mu pa no enya asem ketwa. Yeah, free education wo mu didie tron sorry. Yeah, ripa bebre enya mfaso. Ewo education no abane de ba enti o chehye niema bebre mani giran ma manfo nyine hu o pagya growth rate ekoduru almost 7%. Yeah, no so na ye ani kasam enti yesi terrain na eye after what happened ye wo hwa 2018 ya ye 2019 kura budget ya wie 2019 very beautiful year. You enter 2020. You ready 2020 budget in November. Fede to why yes yare bia ba your friend COVID esi China eba. No fe not yes ha no fe not yes ya fe lockdown a whole lot of things they see we are say Donald Trump kra dia wo friend China yare. Nature sa twa e nuru wi ase no mba bia kra. Sa mra no no dwene so obeto wall dia fa Mexico ho no abroko wo mo no na yare no nso didiba. He abandoned that idea completely. Afi no say eh dia yare yi enti epo no mo a na wi ase nyina declare ne say yare we ye pandemic.
Kessben 92.9.
Eye owo mu wo yare. Eye wo na nyankwa. Eda fei wa wo kan ye nsu ayiri yan oba akofo nsu ayi o gba amagana ene ade no nsu ayiri yan afa wiase nyina ena fe ye ne namua na Russia so ne Ukraine asagro na nkrofo ya funtam na omoko Russia Ukraine war is costing Ukraine $5 billion a month. What do you say? Year, every single month they are spending $5 billion to fight. That's what we call to Greek implement. See the Pediani. Russia a block flow of tonnage of white wheat. Yeah, you did be ye pan only is some no munina. Yeah, a com at TSE. Egypt cried there. A week ago, Egypt went to IMF to take $500 million to import food. $500 million. Adriania won't move it. Asamaba. Adiaba Asamini. Sanyama Wayne and in the Munua Coffin Semba. And let me tell you, Akuoko,
Mr. Boff.
IMF World Bank became broke itself. So IMF was the first to go for a bailout. IMF and the World Bank, they were the first to go for a bailout in 2020, 2021.
Okay.
What do you say? And yet Ghana, they were the first to go for a bailout. It was IMF. And you know the agreement. Oboka said developed countries in printing sika. Sebeya wo musu benya bie. And then Crawford say, hey, Nazika ya mo print ya gumu idie. Ya supply chain eye disrupted there. And the inflation in the beba. Wam se mo print na mo mayebi. Because he anticipates a recession.
Kessben.
Ni printia. Unu mo hwe asem no die hunu no. Ye printia. Ye bema mu bi ama mo de ate African Central Bank. Ni discard bi ya begumu ho. Ya enko IMF and the World Bank. Eti yebema European Central Bank bi. American social reserves they are the Bank of America. Wo so yebema wo mu bi. Na ya ma ya te African Central Bank no na mo so ya ma musika ni bi.
Okay.
Eti eho na mo de beko na ye dia redeem ewiese nyina what is title post COVID recovery. And wo nyina agitum afede ye hwe nimu wo mo printis ka yi a African Central Bank na ma wo mo disika na akwa IMF and the World Bank wo mo na administer the pressure shas ye ba.
Okay.
And afi ye te ho iti IMF na echiche say sika yi na IMF ma ye 1 billion wa na no ye na minority say finance minister embra parliament mede ebebu hu akon. The African Central Bank na so enti your president of France no go busa hom say na African Central Bank ne wo he. This is unfair. African Central Bank ne wo he. African Central Bank yamba. Hey, na ndia mo pesi ewu ana. Eti wo mo hu sa no then the credit rating agencies shall say ye downgrading. Moanya African Central Bank ne dia de emukushi ni hobiem. Mo beba IMF. What you say? And in all situations since independence, African countries in independent we are any we are in everything is tilted in favor of the advanced countries. IMF ewo Europe.
Kessben.
Yeah, the headquarters were France. And our World Bank and so war American. So what you say?
Yeah.
It's Washington. Yeah, wa America. It's World Bank in near and a near and one more teho. And one say a group of 8, group of this, group of that. China wanted to buy a share in the IMF and the World Bank. Woman China. China our reserves equivalent to $4 trillion US. They wanted to buy a share in the World Bank and the IMF. So you know what they decided? Said almost better bank. So they form BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So I believe South Africa and the GDP was until say Nigeria be rebasing. And what then July 15th, July 2015, almost central bank, the National Development Banks of the BRICS. And what was this Kakogu? Omo yese microphone nyina medom no omo nhase na omo so mobobosia with concessionary rates and longer moratorium periods ni enfema wo no omo so develop. It is all here China no yes ano ti na hwe na fe Donald Trump and China e dey see any den say China na propel this agenda. So what you see? It for a long time. Any loan be a person contract free China. Obi a person in China ye business be no. People will frown on you from the developed world.
Okay.
Hey, and then a person will call China. Then they are mortgaging the country to China. They are doing that to China. They are doing this to China. And when we say, hey, yeah, contain we are population. Yeah, so power. Your GDP so almost 21%. Nti are powerful. The banks in nyina amaso. Banks in the baso and almost so boy African Central Bank amaso. Okay. Money is here printed here. Now let me tell you, they printed 17 trillion US dollars. When nobody become a World Bank. And they resuscitated the World Bank. Okay. IMF and the World Bank so no almost so share oxygen.
Mr. Babu, Obi Bisa say Obi Kaso be in the Central Bank. Aye. Now when me mean a number of footballs. How does that concern Ghana for yet baby?
Very good. Ghana and baby. Ghana and baby. Yet Ghana. Ghana and baby. And then Obi Obaka so isolated island. Robinson Crusoe Island is nowhere in the world any longer. Okay. A closely connected world. Okay. Closely knitted.
Got a lot of countries in Africa. Aye. It is almost a Central African Bank now. Aye. No country in Africa na IMF.
They may all go 83 countries earmarked for all these things. Now maybe but they no now grow. Okay. 83 countries are on the queue. They are in the queue. And yet, there are countries even in Asia, Sri Lanka, there are countries that are in the queue. Before we become aware, 60 to 70% of countries in the world affecting about 53% of total world population will be under IMF conditionalities. Yes. Downgrading the CSA air ban. Afena Ghana Bosiano wa born data no. And who's in hono? Ashasie air rise. Now fe roll over. Abe very difficult for the country. Okay. Because all the time no near Bosiano, a be mature, near ko borrow Bosia interest no war form, near the very placed Bosia interest no e was no na my cushioning. Okay. Kakra. But a fair interest in Ashasie Kosro. Then we started to look for revenue. And when the D11 buy, then E-levy became entangled. Parliament, saw no che, and opposition, Munko IMFO, Munye say yo, me say. Former President John Dramani Mahama, when we say the city, it is a box, if you are not Mark Tyson, near Kwabi Kwakokon. Me say, any bear say, ikura 3 minutes ya Bruno British boxer bi Fedi ebetina hawa na dwi yesiri pe ne ade first round second round team Bruno na da for me Bruno enti wonti no am ya na se na mo wakra academy the whole night you don't call master bi efie na ko hwe ye kire ye ne a ye huri wo o di ase na ke ate ye apana se ye kwa wo want me any a friend say 10 minutes yabo etika 2021 na ke be lande wo dida enti eba asa no revenue generation na ye the revenue so ene tua interest rate ye the revenue ene ye bibia also was social interventions workers so salaries what to 7%. Now they are kicking there your mope 20%. And no na no mubusa me no a yeah me equivalent to employing 50,000 of fresh graduates into the public sector. Almost 20% no mubusa no. Say they did account so I'm giving you the computation. Maybe I amount figure the meaning of what you are asking. Me kan jira o say be a jaji o me say I'm telling you the truth. So this is equivalent to 50,000 of fresh graduates being employed. Into was a buying way option of deferring fresh graduates coming into the system and then paying this amount. Into revenue no so to revenue so then the government will have to take a very difficult decision. This time and yet be to say the content has not been discussed yet.
Yes,
okay.
Mema president that directed.
Yes, the content is not yet out.
IMF
the content is not yet out.
Said they are ready to help us.
Yes.
And the two key issues, and I mean, and no, and it's negotiations of finance ministry and the IMF for categories not the same. Cause my check IMF, Obia and send you see no echo. And also the three conditions are omodeka ho na yewie ne samu a ni susuanso no so bekwa kwese ba me say okay questions bi Emra Moody's and Fish omo eye sa ratings na omo downgrade Ghana no one of the reasons omo dem aye excessive borrowing on the part of Aban Emma Kaiser finance minister ebe respondo with the press statement cry a press conference omo boapa people behind are saying say a reckless borrowing on the part of Aban. Womo entumi anto Tony Emeye and the edu bebe
so let me tell you, during the pandemic period, COVID time, member of public sector, there was a lay of 15% of the total workforce. And the government kicked against that. And to maintain workers here, even on the payroll. No, revenue are dropped drastically. Countries lay off 25% of their workforce, and I say almost salary by half. And the workers in the union, no, woman is there be a Ghana 20% too. They sat down with the unions, and others said, it was flat. So to me, what was say the city, no? And the Abano provide shock absorber at the mass system. No? So very few people saw the ravages of the COVID. Nipa kakra bi de hu ye adwumayefo atwa omo kanwa bosomi krado na dem no wonkyera de kradom na dem wan hu hwe ati sesebe o papa gba ko huma udidi peche enti wo twe akokọ sere a wo twe kwan koso ani o papa nso so wo wie ni nyina no hwe ni din sade ya kwa yi wi ni sa na opeso wi ni nyina no ye be 5 cities yo na di yam hyehye no o di azie because ka kire papa medi awie o ma wi nam ni nyina wosesa wo nyina na abete so wa wi ni nyina wa anya bi wo nyina na abehunu zenu obumbe eti Ghana for no anhu o ma education course aban no amma system no am break it down o ma education course kware eco school o so wo mumu apart from utie teacher for ka aban provide hospitals immediately procure equipment. And then indeed the president said the economy will have a problem. One can't Ghana for say no problem. Indeed the economy will have a problem. The president said it. Any nipa nyina ade ne yemienu. Economy say ye nipa ewu. Why na me save no? Then I will save human beings. One would dimrika. And nurses, doctors, whatever, military, police, all of them, giving them special allowances. Some protected. A lot of people died. Akunini nipa chocho uro ewu during the COVID period. Ya man fo bebre mi bubodi. Ube kone hwa hohore emma. Or the oxygen. India short oxygen. Na Ghana wa oxygen in abundance. Special one. Ya Ghana fo nyina ni aje. Epo chiche enuane ebi mu kura nya enuane edi. Ebi mu kura je special loans be soft loans during the COVID period to boost their businesses, especially small ones. Yes, MBSSI. And I have here no the loans, remember. Who are not the phone so Ghanaians will attest to this fact. And was so insurance so was saying, and was so Ghanaians also was saying to redeem Ghanaians. So indeed, the government was on a serious redemption to protect Ghanaians. Then we ask ourselves, as a nation, a serious redemption to redeem Ghanaians. Na yekono vis-a-vis economy. Eti owie ye no alongside no na banking reforms no so no ekoho. A lot of Ghanaians and Kombe suffer under banking reforms. Greater majority receive their monies around that time. Yes, I call ye election. Ya ne be kura GDC ebewu. Eti amanfo who say free education came to a halt. Woman who say a common deal will be no. What he has here? Okay. Even around that time, inflation no munyina akra da ban it me eden e contain wo mo. And the end was yeah. Yes, so the government started borrowing, which is a fact. The president said it. I will borrow to protect Ghanaians. The fact that you are still alive. Now cover the chi wouldn't be a well. Now baby Timmy call school around that time where education and come to a halt. Now we receive usikabi or mobile phone so now we day fear near you were dear near Triaoka, Bosumi be as a teacher. Now nurse in you special allowances. Police in your BA, doctors in your BA no was special kits. The government spent on the average was spending so be a cover the part in the butu over $1,000. And what the protect no. The fact that when who say near my way yes say eba the same. Even pose who will be a motorcade didn't anymore doctors and the paramedics Akuoko Kwarteng. Say Akuoko be. Ya wa the ambulance mu ya walk. Ambulances were readily available. So the government did everything humanly possible. Okay. To be protecting Ghanaians. Okay. And this is the nature of a caring government. Now here on record, everybody knows. The Americans also printed several trillions to protect their citizens. Okay. Also printed trillions, pushing their debt to 23 trillion US dollars. What do you say? Okay. It will be no be okra no ye chase kamano. America be timi nya be $1,000, $1,500. Okay. No mu dididi. Okay. Yes, and everybody will attest to that fact.
Mr. Boa, for negotiation between IMF and the finance ministry.
Ghana current economic situation. Yes. Even if COVID resurrects seriously, we'll still borrow to protect Ghanaians. No doubt about it. What you say? But maybe because you have me COVID the kumi you go pese kunwo.
There be obi ambeso.
Ube wo na o ma be sofa ye hu se pa biem. Bi kura o pese o ma no kura be o ma o mo e ma ne be to no mo frɛ wo se nana. Mi nu anya sa. Eti aban ka se Akuoko wu na mi nya abosia ba wo se jai. You don't do that. What you say?
Eti fa ewura mu kakra current economic situation.
Yes.
Negotiation of finance ministry koye no. So what advice what will be your terms I will say a bit favorable kakra ama Ghana because what in can't na baby out here ka say ye ko IMF ahokyere bɛba Ghana for so inflation rate bɛpagya from a certain percentage akɔ n'anim ɛne adeɛ sɛ wo na wo ka team ne ho a what will be your current you know
be hu terms no a ye bedi te so kwa
okay
okɔ hospital o boy yare yedi Kessben ni a kyerɛ wo sɛ aduro we na abenom o ti ase
okay
me hu detail e bi enru next week and of course finance minister bɛkɔ parliament enche
yeah
into okɔ hɔ no mo a ye be hu the full detail
until the set team July
yes but on the surface no generally the measure ni say you protect the social interventions what you say na me kan kire Ghana because so pass ade ba ko a ekum yen pa at this point in time a higher no e wo you know say take off buy policy no e ba energy sector now $1 billion you spend every year to pay for agreement a yekosen saya ni eni na hono eku pa over the years. The amount is bigger than what is spent on free education. Agreement baako pɛ. SS Energy. Ya ne boarding Côte d'Ivoire mpɛ, Togo mpɛ, Burkina Faso mpɛ, ate aboye so na nkrofo agi sika hunu adie of $1 billion every year. MPP ba emfiese ni. $1 billion. Yɛmfa say 2017 de bɛpem ne. Minua enya be CCS mu ne we. Na utua $1 billion a year. It was even more than that. And we negotiate be reduce be and be so mpam wo mu free
system. But some politicians na dey did him because say no commitment say otwam a obetimi atwam.
We say there be agreement be wo otwam the consequences say na make us agreement be a ehemu. What you say?
Okay.
Aya ye dey entangle ye. What you say? Unso bi wo a efie wo bewu a otimbo dua bi o dane enyi. Wo ka si akabosum we akwa bi dia eto no afi na nwan ne nsa wosi no we ku ade mi ntwa da wo hu mi gan we pa dia wo furu mi nwan e wa ha me mfa ne nko ene ebosom no kume
okay
wo hu se die sitie
okay
edoso aban ne betimi a emre no so a then we renegotiate ne ye twa ne ete ho ti we die so a ne renegotiate we die so a ne renegotiate about $6 billion and ye twa no over the period dollars 6 times 7 kura how much na sadie we kura $6 billion enyi Ghana kwan ebi just a simple agreement na B2 tinia mani bi wo higher enti one e wo se ye hwe sadie no
okay
yen renegotiate one say the city no na fe yen hwe say the full pass through effects of inflation by economics abanu betimi absorb kakra de amaye full pass through ni say ubeyi everything subsidy whatever any cushion ni nyina niema Ghana for no face the full edge of inflation okay no there yen hwe eho no na fe the social intervention no ye more modern see especially free education no there say the SIA no esa ban sustain no na fe subsidy bi e bebe mu a yentela no towards agriculture farming inputs
okay
na ye make sure say e ho be ye adwuma na enya aduane
baby a wo kɔ na ho na mekɔ finance minister ansa na ye bedu baby a adri hinte say University of Professional Studies campus etu Ghana mantie ne mabawa omo wo so apomu ba abonten for say there's no opportunity for them public sector anti yentimi mfa adwumafo ho na otu omfo ebeye nsem bebre say ade na okasa the same finance minister aka say free senior high school aban implement no e wo say aban no ye nhyehyɛ na omo ambetimi atua omo made e de ne ho ye example so no ofori ata obetimi atua ne bade but on tia say any free money ba now going to IMF any conditions are nim dada successive ye bre ni honke be kwatiri pa but between Mills Mahama setakwe IMF conditions are na ye nim no ene ni aban kwakwa ye no a future outlook no anything.
And I make a choice of one. The situation, two different things I will discuss.
Okay.
Obi a one no Sankoto hospital, and a dear, Ujina ni baby fanka, na ka be a feel break abe bono akoto hospital. two different patients.
There's an IMF when MPP corner different from the NDC.
Different. Into we know.
Different from the NDC.
I think I say me building basis. Even the IMF and the World Bank was the first to receive bailout.
Me to say me build this. They
were the first.
But you say yes specific. And say MPP IMF no different from the NDC coin.
They are quite different. Two different scenarios. They discussing on the same pedestal. IMF, but in discussing is
no matter the situation, other conditions.
Well, sacrifices, remember. That is what I'm telling you. There will be sacrifices. And yeah, Obienwa wako IMF for one sacrifice. I would say bolster domestic revenue. ABA wages and salaries increases will have to be paid at a certain level, which must be expected. Ultimately, Sorenka said, maybe 20%, 30, 40, 50%. ABA purge at certain level. What we say the visit here?
Okay.
Yes. ABA employment may be reserved for few strategic areas. Yeah, employment beating me alcohol. That one is saying. I was say financially disciplined. Now fi yenhwe say ye be boost domestic productivity. Niama Greek no na fi niama bi betima ye ne ha bia mumi ye ni nko ho. Last week I told Ghanaians to start thinking about domestic gardening. I told Ghanaians all these things. So near maybe one ketenkete. Na fe your expectation kesiye toto unim number of cars. Kesiya ye chimbe gu Ghana for auto fuel egum. I was at the roadside. I was 30 military hospital here. 37. Yes. Na yeah. What do you know what I saw? Ayololo abejina ho empty. Enipa abejina ho asalaya. Said in the near temo, said in the near Medina no mo. Woman fro. Na omo train boats. Womo train way, air train way, ne private cars ya twem. Ene ho ne ma na ayololo. Eye free. Ya ayololo muja ho na kwa brane mfro. Enti Ghana no, your lifestyle must be tailored to suit our incomes. We are living beyond our means. Most of the workers have borrowed monies at the bank to buy private cars that are not doing any business for them. Yeah, it means 40% of their salary every month. But we have the status no anko one. Me need to be at them. Ebikura now what the British are learning, and it's a vibration bicycle ni motor tree. Just to avoid this. Bagana ni status symbol. Eye kebi. Car no kra no even unemployed persons. A mobile phone. And womo cars ya womo team.
Yeah.
What you say? Uko university ya bebre. I have gone to UPSA. I have gone to University of Ghana. I have gone to a year Marco womo any ade nyina. Na kwala no pon a no obu betutu o mukase. I've taken opportunity to ask them questions. We ni mami adwuma we adwuma yi. Most of them enye nipa o mukura hunu job eyida. Onya income da. But they wa fato no so no a ontimi mfiri mu no ha no. What you say? Etibi a wa fato ho so. Let me tell you honestly, Mimi Kusibuafo. At the onset, at the very beginning of this year, na mfato me ho say in the next 2 years, you can say, me to Adriane. And to me, I'm fee him could chat. So, Benami, I remember be yachro. What you say? Buy it and come a close to base 50,000. And coffee and 50,000. And send the media brono so warm base close to base 50 acres. And send a bomb a feature, a media buy a Mako 1,000. Said that man to me and come a drop bahono, metumedi. And the media me bro na me chrem and kwala no the odua and katie kwala libi wo ho even the wo JSS the wo primary 5 onu kure dua and katie say wo portion ni dua and katie we nua nkunuma we nua garden next we ne bedua tomatoes e bro no kuro mu dua ye ne immediately no ebi ho a ebi nso nyini metwa middle of August mesa do ma babie mu say mu san ko dua for the second phase no ma kire obo say we ne etutudie si ho banku nie ayinie we nie no ma ye ni nyina. This is the time e wo say ye ni ayadwene ye ho na nya se wonya sika no anu akukuru na de akoto car petrol boa ye di no American ni yesi no otimi Ford no waton we dwane wa huri esi dwane aton Mr. America Germany bi aton ne car kese pa 4 wheel e de ato Toyota car bi ye frɛ no Yaris IA ketua bi fia bi no oto ya ode abekire miko ya na otwa kire me wose car we me de ba Ghana beton wahu de mato me tina mu wo Germany ha wo difference no so no obetimi enya be $2,000 to $3,000
okay
e wo difference no ba Ghana ni eso wo to atra ha ato fuel e de agum ni income yesai na di Ghana for ya futuo de de ma where we are nyesa ban no wadwen boni bia say what they punish will be this government is not going to punish anybody idea measures your fire the G he save our children, he save us against COVID, he save us against famine, greater calamity. Wamia mingura, wamia sanlai, and bro, and kase ration, even food, kre woman Ghana. Fuel shortages, obo modern ebian kaye. We even asked for road during difficult COVID period. Yeah, ye nyina yeti. But yensu yentela ye ho. What you say? Okay. Yentela ye ho in such a way say. Me ma me ne ka kire bi say kwabena me ka kire wo. Dunsi kura esi wiremu. Upese oboa wo niema so a age se upagya edisi so e do wa hyase. Wo di kan hyehye niema no pagya disi so ati ase. Ansa na wo wakoto abunkotodwe na adu utira fase. Ansa na wasore. So if you want to be great, start immediately to help yourself.
Mr. Thomas Kusibuafo, CEO Public Sector Reform. Former President Mahama Ekano Enra Nansanene before Mampenibe Director Finance Minister say Onko IMF no. Say Finance Minister no nyade. Na ne modimo enso ani no. Ama a friend of foreign investors, Omodo Musika Beshe Ghana, Edumemu Waha, expatriates, Omo Abe investment, Omo Nijidi or Ghana Sika Semu, and you Omo Mudo Dono AU Musika ko. Esa nama ye dollar no, CD no, a dollar no, a busidi no. Tinama Isika na starting to who. A jono de Osusu say Omampeni Pamo Finance Minister. Meba, maybe so. Meba Subio, Meba, maybe so. And for another issue, so they say. The then MPP in opposition, Mr. Kusibuafo said, sir, if the fundamentals non yet, na abino near Mankuya, and also called IMF, said by the then running mate to Nana Akuoko Kwarteng, current Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Mr. Thomas Kusibuafo, and so Kabi. Two questions, see, meba ye baby sir. Na Yasha say. Economic management team and Omampenya Kufado are title said they are the best among a lot. The best among the best. Any baby and yabedu as mine going to IMF. And no candidate compare quite upon say team no a lady a buying say ama buying a IMF no. Mo be an another so could anymore among the Akobriki 8 no. And also another issue. You better have some kakra. Mr. Thomas Kusibuafo and Motini Karwati Mako Facebook. Na mpacho ma share aha Kessben me ndano pa Amansan Ntie mpanimfo mfa adwe me din de Kwabena Akuoko Kwarteng betimi aframe honorable meje so be frame KK the be frame bia meje so the show is produced by Mitibe executive producer Kriya PSA Asarbedi Ako in the studio Mr. Thomas Kusibuafo Motininka and Professor Kwaku Mensa Mauto Prof A Dean graduate studies investor of professional studies one cry and yes in Korean pay ya dwendwen IMF directive on Mampenidia ba say finance minister Shasi and individual there corner watch mu kono said the enkomodie no ebesiako messages amodi abani bi Facebook na message I have a lot of them but I'll do my best na at exactly 8 o'clock studio hanti no kan kakra na maba prof so na yetie prof so kakra black car boss Mr. Boafo I don't really respect you, pa. Please, kindly tell Ghanaians that your party MPP had failed big time concerning IMF. Joseph Adam, please stop announcing story you are telling Ghanaians. MPP government have totally failed Ghanaians. Say, allow Richard Bunso, Also say it again and say it loud, bro. Okay. And him statement also why MPP members still talking? Are they not ashamed of themselves? Emmanuel Jermaine also is absolutely upset. This should tell you that they have nothing good for the citizens of Ghana because they don't care if they inherit bad economy because they are coming to loot and share. I was just sorry about for also stop making unnecessary noise. MPP government has failed the country. Edward upon Dakwa also stop this story and go straight to the management of the economy. Mr. Buafo, you are rolling over too much. MPP is a failed party. Akosia Sariba for download. But Ghana needs sensible leaders, not MPP and NDC, because we are tired and sick of them. Prince Basau, or say this government gave us conditions that e-levy or IMF. So ask him, are they going to scrap the e-levy now that we are going to IMF? Okay, as part of the questions, meba, baby say abano ka say yentua e-levy no. And that's a beko IMF. Say yakoba say yakwa IMF no. Abano betwa e-levy mu no side the tobu taba. Ana ebede. Badu Williams or say okay, Badu, only me adrin. I have to skip your message and move on. Prince Basa or say ask him questions. Don't do the MPP government doesn't know what they are doing. Okay, Maxwell Soile, also some of these people in government are the reason why we are where we are now. MPP government, they are jokers. Kojo Akalaka, also please, whom will you vote for coming 2024? Kwabena Owusu, also please ask him for me as at now. How many African countries are in IMF? Okay, Mr. Boafo will answer those questions. What content do you want again, Mr. Boafo? All right, Livingstone Foley also say see this MPP. Okay, I was all the banner here at Mdia. Nadia Mekainti. Mandaroma said here, you listen to some 24 womb. Na minim se wa hwe nso ho na wa wotie nso sabi ye nyina ye mpedifo no ye nya de honorable tin na bibia ne kama kwamna wuso so Mr. Buafo. This your answer story won't work. Now MPP is saying what their IMF is different from what NDC went. Abba MPP for. I'll say Jacob I said is this man okay. Say Sage Paya was it so? Is government the only West African countries affected by the Ukraine war? Even Burkina, with their limited resources, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, why are they not going to IMF? But we are going. Okay, he is asking the question. Also, a free Peter, also tell us the countries which government dismissed their employees. Okay, Nana Yaukeno, Buafo, you are part of MPP's government and you are failing Ghana. In fact, your government is a failure. Nana Yao Inkum, Osetria, MPP government is failure. Evelyn Asantewa also please, Papatola Mwakwata and Nanado to pay SMC money, we are suffering. Nana Kofi Apia, also the financial discipline must start from you. You, these office holders, are rather milking the country dry. Philip Champo, was a Kauguti Electrical Satoso, was I'm very disappointed about MPP government going to IMF. During NDC time, Mr. Kusibuafo commented that IMF is called in our language Amobreku. So is he saying Ghana Amobra? Philip Champo Bio, okay, Philip Champo, I think I'm done with your message. Let me move on. Samuel Pascalin, or say this man pa. Nana Kwame was stop blaming workers for government incompetencies. Emmanuel Awuni, Osiwa, just look. Okay, Nana Kwame Meno, okay. Lawrence Boate, A.K. Buche, Asenua, Asorin Kwanta, near Unity Wayo Filling Station, Kwabre, was said the thought of government to seek financial relief in this hard time is duly welcome. Justice Hosea, also you have nothing to say again. MPP members, please keep quiet. Nana Kofi Apia, or say you said all this, and MPP still going to IMF. Samuel Pascalin, I say you are using money to do so. Give us the capital you say to me in Nubiana. Okay, or say you are using money to grow. Okay, the family no say odi sikana ejima ebinia hwese yenso ntimi Nubiana. Emmanuel Jermaine no say Nana Kwame men no say Kessben pa. Why always bringing Mr. Kusibuafo to your program? Okay, Mr. Kusibuafo and your public sector reform CEO. So he's here. with us. Amankwa Gideon say it's only Ghana where people with economic messiahs call themselves economic management headed by ICT specialist Baumia. The future of this country is hanging in balance. Gideon, El Barakese, Enode Ebaye. John Kalib Kwanzaa or say, go advise your government and stop the president to cut the waste and stop corruption. You went to Rwanda, learned a lot, and you came, we are not seeing them. Akoto Emmanuel, also stop payment, ex gratia, and large amount to Article 71 peoples, and we'll get money to develop the country. They love me dearly. Okay, I have a lot of your messages. But they are to me, you know them say, and I am okay. Osadio Kobos, Kessben TV. All right, Osai, thank you very much. Nana Kofi Apia, your own words are coming back to bite you. You can keep on watching our Facebook, Kessben TV. Na mpacho wa share ya now the message you know amba me do enoku yebo aso me kan no wi a mesa ba prof ho studio na ma baba ke bio I say this Kusibuafo guy, the CEO of Public Sector Reform, he's very annoying to listen to, but anyway I'm still listening to him. Boss who don't call Kusibuafo after all the noise brought nothing new to the table. They said they have the men. If the men is IMF team, they should come and rule the country. Capital L go so mention patriotic voices go so say good morning honorable Akuoko. No matter what MPP is far better than NDC. Okay, or say I'm short of words. I don't even know what to say again, but there's still hope. The battle is still the loss. Pelasco Jr. and Odiaba Emmanuel Boate was say who has something good to offer Ghanaians, NDC or MPP or Munyina du Kadaya. Kwame Eric or say Asembeni. Ajay Boa, Kusibuafo, and MPP should buy their heads in shame. Na Kasano Dodoano no plan babyo and MPP for a day eba. Desmond Boacha Dakwa, or say tell Mr. Kusibuafo that and MPP that Kasadodo and top on call. Capito go so mensia or under the leadership of Nanado and Baumia, the MPP government is working again. So let's support the government for better Ghana. In Shraba Yamwa or so Mr. Kusibuafo is talking again on where? Okay. Well, I'll come back to the studio now. You can kind messages no at the to me ako Facebook Kessben TV na watch and YouTube so Kessben TV ba meko YouTube na mo no nemo dia mo de aba no so you can kind at the and WhatsApp any Facebook no do no so e wa ha. Professor Akuoko Kwarteng Dean Graduate Studies Department, University of Professional Studies, Prof. seated, Prof. Mbacho Akwaba.
Thank you, Nana.
Akwaba, President and Director Finance Minister.
Yeah.
I say Oforiata, go to IMF for bailout. Ko baby eduno, ayede. Mbacho mamintio.
All right. Really, Machia and Machia, my senior. Na maminso Machia, Ashwafunina, and native Funina. I will say, Sassam we know, Yabruswa was studio her. Last year, na me kai pass.
Na minus one call.
Me kai pass ya etna.
Yeah.
Last year, Emma, assess the feasibility and then the viability of either coming out with idea friend say homegrown policy. And I say yenko amanone, yenko sre technical experts. No one, but IMF technical expert. Yeah, call for consultancy and M1 na. Discussing some of these issues. Emma, I'm not ashamed to say that. I mean, Mecca said, I was part of the people who opted for a homegrown policy.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not ashamed of that.
Say, Neni Kwasenke,
Nanka, ya Adena, Eja Kwarteng. Say, Omaya, Yewo. Emrina Mrina, Nakwa say, within maximum 5-10 years, the slightest crisis, we have to run to the IMF. The slightest crisis, whether it is a domestic crisis or regional crisis or global crisis, we have to run to IMF.
As you tell me, and
yet, the management of any company depends on the level of discipline. Now, apart from that, from the word go, no, the financial architecture of the world doesn't favor Africa. And yeah, so the higher, and you'll be an IU, yeah, so the higher. Now, coming back to now, the and come on, the last year, no. I mean, say, in your castle, say, Nanka Bino, but to me, I should say, obe drafted policy, beer, obe comply with it to the latter. Like all the discipline, but we don't need to go to IMF. And then I can't say, but you need to interrogate the figures.
Okay.
And the studio here, you have a far budget, no? Interrogate you. Emma, you who the intent of Abino. Now, one of the major and please let's also get this one right. So Oko IMF, Oko pay liquidity. Liquidity of Akopo. Liquidity, how do I say? Usika some
asset
ombe
as a banker, now I call Bank of Ghana say more for be machine now when you say mamma 8 million.
Now one more program be also Udiso. So the last IMF I call and say there were 3 major programs. Sika any banking sector na say ecoform and some few structural issues. Now one number boying. I was say one edi sikakakra be share economy nim. Na ye Bruce nyina no. There was indeed there was one major factor. Me say nyina so nanka it could play a major role in financing that liquidity now. Even here in the first few months of the year. And 11 and they are born come
yeah.
Now 11 no. Meno and the AC or 11 no. But the suborn about a friend say 2 major institutions in this country.
Finance Ministry
and the Parliament.
Okay.
Minority in Parliament. And the make up. Wow.
But some of the money jail.
Oh, and I make us say the
I know so the Namia se pass
I say Ghana
oh the Namia se pass anye.
What thank you for that say. I say Ghana no ebinum ayomadwe say just obi bo form as na wakosoro.
Okay.
And your politics no so I say I was say me break me opponent down. Whether it's in the interest of Ghana or not. Wait, I mean, Kenya in this in Kwangu. MPP for so can be. Because Osha 2016, I saw Tinsema MPP for Kai. One more can be say like MPP for a purely mismanagement, incompetence. Purely without taking into consideration that domestic
numbers of the video be but my sound na M1 the kind vice president Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as if the fundamentals are weak.
Thank you.
The city depreciation will expose you tunya kwa IMF pedia that is the fundamentals no but
the crime was say the kind and yes true you see the kind it is theory that be contextualized into practice. So fundamental pan foreign exchange. Mr. Messiu, the financial architecture of the world and Kasano and what Africans. Now, when we chino, a binum dream say, Ubo Foma and also Opija. Now, Jesus Christ. Yeah, na sasu by no home. And why until said you better change your mindset, and that is why I like listening to Papa Kusi. He's not politically biased. When he was speaking, he said, "Look, even the lifestyle of Ghanaians must be looked at." Now,
time and end this was near Memuyeti. Mekai says take by the then finance minister crack up as a comment be makokonyu the hold the then general secretary catch says take by you are one because near election year MPP capitalize on it including the vice president now and all the MPP communicators so and they NDCS and give praises because office ye nyina ya boro pepepe o kan say ya san ye call ho nti musuma ko bia And yeah, you know, ya bro pepe.
Is that quite said my Canada?
Yeah.
My Canada say the modus operandi are the same in terms of critiquing to gain power. That's what I say. But if there be national interests, no, you have a conscious conversation which is non-partisan. And that's what most countries have used to build and develop their countries. Now, say abiding a financial arrangement ebe tu dwano. Yehu say na abai epese introduce some levy bia nanka nyame anim a cost with the projections are nanka it would have raked in about almost 7 billion to the country. Na me kaipa say the ministry made that effort to consult civil society organizations, academia, like I mean, virtually everybody in this country. Now, my foot will be. Mami kaipa kra say, chamber of communication kra eba out. Analyze it. Tax experts eba out. Say, look, tax no in principle no, nanka enya progressive, but the biaye do no. We need something radical. Ebe boa or mine to rebound financially. And that rate no, now it was too high. Now utiepa na almost all of them were say, oh, mumanya no 0.5, that 50 pesos.
Yeah.
Nanka, sa 50 pesos no. Who assess here? A year 1/3 of the projection.
Okay.
1/3 of the projection, which would have raked in about maybe a bit over 2 billion.
Okay.
And until I made it with one airport minister, finance minister, no.
Okay.
Went ye, because I was even surprised.
But the okay, Triadia baby say, do baby. Yentie on the part of the economic management team. And now ye self-confidence, the ego. When some intellectuals be say no more alternative suggestion to say the other main by no, the economic management team felt say mankofo bi bem na ebe yesa be see enim na ye. So we have to let the people know say we are on top of the issues. I know that they have do baby.
I think say he was so fixated on raking in that money.
Okay.
Not say, basically to say yenti, but as a projection, this is what we project, this is what we want. But the experts were considering the possibility of the user being discouraged from using optional.
Okay.
Say may use may use a fence system. No matter this car, optional. There's another option. Once any mandatory, no, the person can decide to change. Now. Even minority leader me kai pass or program be already account no kwanka you live in koso na monte so to 50 pesos.
Yeah.
So kai
Odinka ojitum and then numre na ofosu kwate edit statement by say position of NDC in this monte say
no minority leader kasa
okay yeah.
Oh, it tells you in principle
no can say emra 1 cedi kra.
Thank you.
50 pesos emra 1.
So it tells there was this reduction because it will have a practical impact on the mobilization of the revenue. Thank you. Enti eba de sa no ho. Eja Kwarteng. Ebe create time. Emma opposition no enya daje. Wo publicize ya man ko Ghana for trim say ade enye. The time between disapproval of the e-levy in November to March no. Okay. Now there has been so much publicity say Ghana for nyina dia to say enye. When in actual fact no, it was a financial, liquidity intervention and kabe bo man no. It would have helped our homegrown policy. Now when mu nyina no, minority jide mu ama wonu mu ekanya ma sisia no near the impact of it.
Can we blame the minority because
I will blame because two.
All right.
Part two. Yeah. The finance ministry and the minority in parliament.
Management of.
Thank you.
The issue.
And to CSOs no AAD. One of them because they analyze the issues dispassionately.
Kessben
Now,
92.9.
Minority there, or say IMF. That is what they believe in. Maybe I have a dream.
Prof, back to issue. Say IMF no. Na MPP aban empeso mbeko on the basis say omo akasa omo kan ebra na INDC aban wo so a omo IMF no. Omo paint picture no in the minds of Ghanaians. E ma ne yet say the then economic management team and Omampenda da John Dramani Mahama no, they were incompetent. Until now, the economy no IMF. And here they are, and now here we are, almost 2 and a more.
Okay, so one say, me catch you say, on minor you woman, we do what we call the how fragile your economy is. Obianim, look, in academia we know that the African economy cannot withstand the slightest crisis because of the financial architecture of the continent. One, one. They say, as a continent, you need to come. So we are dependent on a foreign currency to determine and strengthen and also sustain our financial architecture. Europe one more plan. And nanka ye start here so many years ago no Europe adopted. Nanka ene say Europe are introducing euro as a currency, common currency. Nanka by now Europe cut down BM because of this crisis. Share euro na ye kano uko Denmark. The other countries are one economy any good no. They still do translation no. So a constant currency, but you see, as a continent, it gives them some currency stability. What I say, I want to be individual among themselves. So you are not dealing with Ghana, Denmark alone, but you are dealing with the entire Europe. Now we've not been able to do this. So from the word go, no, we are at a very disadvantaged and derailed position. Now, Amansan Ntie man come on brat because I say nanka. Ghana, they piano. Say we want to IMF as if they are the messiah. As if say ye nim nyansan. You to me they are turning around misfortunes whenever it comes in. And then President said, Finance Minister Enko prepared towards IMF. The implication, and I think there's an implication. The reasons why. The minister was not trying to send Ghana to IMF. Maybe you don't know. What it means is that we are going to do what we call panic negotiation. Now, I was saying, yes.
Panic negotiation.
Yes.
So now anticipating.
Oh, yeah. Because it's here.
Yeah.
Indeed. I don't speak to issues without figures.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the first half of the year figures.
Okay.
Realistically, I don't have evidence or figures. Churning out with 11. I don't have it.
Okay.
So I had to speak to it. But at the end of the first half of the year, you report now you share the status of the economy. If it is so bad to the extent that it has influenced our going to IMF now. Now it's going to be a panic negotiation. A honor, disadvantage in Ebim, Abrofono, because it's a Now I don't want to go to where young Papa Ekasati our debt position. You see, I know, look, most countries we have what we call refinancing strategies. Countries be US credit be bobo the trouble sian. Or mind be anywhere, or we say the term swan or jobosian or screen in every we do what we call refinancing. It is better to borrow to pay your existing debt than to use your money that you have to pay your debt. And it's what we say borrowing. Look, Ghana, yeah. And this is about credit every day. They have borrowed to pay existing loans. The only advantage the woman said, maybe your currency will be stable, and the interest rate will also be stable. So interest rates are higher, then it is very difficult to borrow to pay loans, and that's where we are now, because a chunk of our foreign debt portfolio, interest rates are high. than the concessionary loans. And it is so difficult for you to even get the amount in borrowing to use and then defray your loans and recycle the loan.
Okay.
That's a problem. So here, no, let me say negotiation by day. If indeed our situation is so precarious, because I don't know, do baby so konyeska. Na scanner IMF on this cow. IMF is going to go. A man for sika na egu IMF. Kasabaka IMF no. Some magic tree bia sika also. I want them go to do. Okoji sika wo countries. No, a banking system. A banking system. What I say? China for be honum, we no for be honum, US for be honum. Now,
during the COVID period, China with $4 trillion as reserve offered to buy a stake in IMF and the World Bank. And almost my China inroads. So members should resort to printing money.
Okay.
And that is why the reason why we are here.
And that's also a contributing factor to the global inflation.
Yes.
Prof,
And now they call it stagflation.
Yamra Ghana inflation and the economic situation. Now, Yakwa IMF 16 times. And from the records, not just any time I Ghana Bekwa IMF Biano, you be free mbani abre. Abre and they say a time they are hot check akra. A batimum for so with respect to conditionalities are attached. A woman says negotiations of finance minister and said Hunia or Cocky Candy, but ye name the SC pain. The better media Janaswa Casania win social intervention policies been nominated public sector employment nominee the Nisus and so beba. What expectations saying?
Okay, now I want to kabisi no.
Yes.
Also, there's something about this government. Personal meaning.
Okay.
Papa kusubu afutia. So obeti. Public engagement, stakeholder engagement.
Okay.
Yeah, me rate you more. Can me rate NDC above them? You know why?
Ghana for the
Yeah. No. Say ube biye. Ama enkrofo di wono mo adwin abem. No, yeah. Amudia no akakra. Because you see.
What do they be on They have the men.
No, Debbie. You see, also, you have the men. But I say, Nyansa any baku for trimana. I'm right, eh?
Sana Kano.
Anti, I have for Nyansa. Media for Nyansa. Academia for Nyansa. Anti once in a while, no. Now what Nasi? Look, we all knew that after 2020 COVID, you know, we are going to face crisis because Papa Kasano. On my TSC, says Kana are buying edition for during COVID. No, there were no free money. Sesikan would have gone to develop other sectors of the economy. Those monies would have been used to pay loans. Time also. We have to touch our reserves. And say ye ko IMF. Mesre abayin.
There's a prof COVID ni so abayin. World Bank near IMF maniska.
And America says canon. Well, you can't IMF fund. And you say you did chichu. And look, some are to stabilize economy. And that you did be eco be a bank no. What I say? So ebinum kase IMF. I don't know. Odi IMF sika akoyese. IMF sika de mono. And yes, be chairman crop for the mundi. Come and lessen the burden on your economy and the people therein. Now. Mesre aban say aban say agia to mu say yenko IMF mesre within the shortest possible time let's hold a stakeholders meeting na enkrofo a wonum ewo nyansa a won so betimi aboa obia beba on board academia the chiefs the people the companies associations obia yemma enkrofo no obia meka na adwen e basa na say we come out of a stakeholder meeting. Now, the policy ceases to be an MPP policy, but it becomes a national policy. In the midst of differences and in submissions.
Former President Mahama yes, but Amansan Ntie.
Studio.
Yeah.
Maybe can say, suggestion now. former president a year no nanka was MPP for tea.
Because
Yes,
almost
sometimes,
almost pens almost cost
they have been there.
MPP
They have been there before. Well, they have been there before. Nya maybe one man. Yeah, for politics and come. Bon, your mind, no. Asem na yeka. Studio mi kai pass me ka wa hanum say. Nanka de President Mahama eka no. Nanka MPP phone tea. Na yeah, because it was a looming danger.
God, but say one ka untie because nipa no te akonya so reason MPP gave and say otiso 2016 and Ghana for who say or incompetent or nyade into omo to abeti and 1.5 million vote and supposedly competent MPP government headed by economic management team Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the team aba omo bo adwuma. It is also akofani ana onyade etuti ano ba so no sa me kire wadwen a it say you are failing.
Debbie. And he added his voice to it.
It's a team.
What I see here, he added his voice to the call, said, let's get a stakeholder meeting to turn things around because there was a looming danger. What I see. Now say, okay, said, the piano, men crow for me, no me juman kwana. Yes, sir. You may even have the best of policies. Say, Omo just stakeholder meeting, but they came out with a very good liquidity policy like e-levy. But you see, one of the problems that e-levy faced here was because stakeholders were not involved. It came out from a management committee, some experts, but all the stakeholders, a buyer, academia, no. When it came, before we sat down, got document and have to analyze the reason why. But Nanka, oh,
I said, do baby president is smart Gabi say on come and pay that John Domani Mama on any Kokasa.
Na NDC is not Mahama.
Okay.
No, please. And Ghana is not Mahama.
Okay.
Ghana is made up of various different people.
Okay.
Wonderful people. Say nyamamuye din. Na say udi wasam kwa iti.
All right.
Me kaipa kuruma. There was a call for stakeholder meeting, Senchi. Oh, there was this overwhelming, reception. You saw a lot, even though Mikai Pam said MPP withdrew. Yes, withdrew. Which for me, it was a political decision.
Okay.
On mine, chairman. What does it? So,
but I'm afraid so no cooking messages now do no. People are also saying, say, oh, can stakeholders engagement. The finance minister is part of the problem. He's not open. Or no administrative star, no. And yet to say Obiamra utie minorities for issue and one with him on the e-levy. As of so the other show more contis and there and your montias. And people are calling for say any mampenimo no grand tranche because economic management team not failing. Mamintio Kakra. Therefore, no see Namin Copro and Mr. Boy.
They also need parent tranche. I say Kubetra I say and former president Mahama I say finance minister and tranche. Tekbe. NDC for crack I say I'm an tranche because accountant on economists made me a croman. No. I mean and for that for the NDC ni party for crack I say Papa Mahama finance minister no or accountant or conservative. What accountant we are very conservative. This is all the finance and economics account and I see the other side of it. And you be a money transfer. Kessben. Please. You see, the thing goes beyond the finance minister. Or sometimes who lay blame to an individual. But it's a global thing. I translate it into the domestic affairs of the economy. Now, when you Ghana for ebinum bossy, mean say, and this for them bossy. Say a friend is saying, IMF, a Kessben call IMF on any day, Midemeka say, on any day, I'll opt for homegrown policy. You know why? Because Papa Kai, there's going to be stringent measures, which should have come from us, though. There are conditions to it. The program, no, Ghana must comply with the program. Look, I know, there will surely be a freeze on employment in the public sector.
That's going to be.
And here number one.
Okay.
And no matter how you negotiate, because it's an area in our budget, consistently and continuously,
compensation.
Okay. So the first thing is to tackle that side. So when you're able to gain something there, then it will be able to, lessen the burden on the other areas. Then there are also some hidden strengths. Yeah, crowdfunding, but people must know. Sekana IMF day bano. Yeah, man for sika. And some man for akwese Ghana. And the sika to IMF. Now IMF edi ko bought Togo bosia. Now Ghana were interest with Togo. So Sekan a strength. To be honest, say Ghana companies will be heading towards Togo at the detriment of Togo. That is some of the hidden strengths.
Okay.
And then hidden.
Okay.
This is not spoken.
That's a young class.
Yes.
And to contracts in
and to be honest, Ghana. What's Ghana now? Foreign country. They are company. Be un CSR. And you be paying for multi chroma. Ghana for our companies. No, multi mean contract. Momleska enter chroma. Some of them are the hidden strings.
As long as some area no matter this can go.
That is why on any day, if you want to analyze it very well, a homegrown policy will always be better than IMF. Because you see, IMF can a short term. Now, once you end it, then you must be disciplined and go by it. So that's it. Now, Africa, your issues no dorsum. And now, anytime our economy is so fragile and then cannot withstand the crisis. That's what I say.
Okay.
So okay. In terms of we going to the IMF.
Professor
Say buying and open up a national conversation.
Okay.
Now you may have the superior arguments and submission. At the end of the day, everybody was involved in what you are going to do.
Okay.
Now, you come out with a very good program. Our program will not hurt. It's not going to hurt our social intervention program. Papa Kasa can be free SHS needed. They should not compromise on it.
Okay.
Yeah, others can be compromised because education, when people get educated.
Prof, but at this time, your tria neutrality allowance 20%. Na kola so hoi any IMF ebeboa.
Oh, they say need IMF bar. To no. Say encrofo elbow say IMF in fact, and when you na me kind Twitter, my Twitter account na me kind encrofo comment say, hey, na mo nim dia mo boss say ye kono. The government has been giving superior recommendation. I feel look, universities needed lecturers to develop. I mean, to train minds. There was freeze on university employment for almost 2 years.
Okay. Professor Gokumensa Mauto, Dean, Graduate Studies Department, University of Professional Studies, bringing the time to 39 minutes after 8 o'clock, Kessben, 92.9, Tiwa Studio, Accra and its environs, Kessben 93.3, and Anibwatin Studio, Kumasi and beyond, Kessben TV on Facebook, watching all over across the globe, Kessben TV on YouTube, and Kessben television or satellite or decoder TV. So within the Kwabena Akuoko Kwarteng, Kessben Amansan Ntie median penny drink, and yes in Korea, Mr. Thomas Kusibuafo Ewaha, CEO Public Sector Reform, and yes share IMF directive from President, Sir Finance Minister and any team. Omunko na homegrown policies no omunfanko na IMF for MREM. Mami call YouTube na min can some of your messages na yanko. Thomas Asanto says, please. Okay. God is watching. All right. Johnny Edu said this man talking is not being all right. Okay. The message is not clear, so let me move on. Frank Asante was President Akufo-Addo would do great mistake if he goes to IMF. John Edubio, okay, Kaduna, Asaya, I say
92.9.
Yes, baby, Champa, may that say. Kaduna, Asaya, I say the great mistake you are talking about will serve Ghana right for not appreciating the good works and supporting the good works of Nanado. John Eduose, can you? Okay, this is conversation between them, so let's move on. Lawyer Smith, does MPP is making a big mistake. The way Larry Smith, rather, or MPP is making a big mistake. The way they are planning to go back to IMF, then what is the sense taking the e-levy? MPP should stand firm not to go back to the IMF. Who will pay the e-levy? Lord Gary also, can't you look into his eyes and question him about his former statement on IMF? If he fails to answer, be bold to sack him from your studio. Lord El Bantima, Kwamena acidity for Achensia, Oseko makes you tend to take Ghana back to IMF. Where are the economic management team led by Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? Are they not ashamed of this U-turn? John Dramani Mahama come for your stone. You told them, say Omundi akunyani bida, and you omumetra kunyana so ansana oma criticize you. Now they have seen the reality. Honorable, good morning, please. Let me tell John Mahama to stop the child what the MPP is saying and keep themselves quiet. What the economy, when it comes to economic ideas, they don't have. Nana Bwaji Trim Dehine Ewashudim and Oje Nedie Ebaye. I'll say I'm Henry from Enkonya. We put all our trust in MPP government, but they have failed us big time. We are very disappointed in them. If it's IMF there, please, IMF will not help. Tell the government to resign his decision because we will not support the government for the going to IMF. I'll say good morning, Akuoko. Oh, some of the free senior high school uniform suppliers are suffering because the uniform we supplied last year, 2020-2022, have not been paid. So tell Mr. Kusibuafu to help us because my landlord is evicting me from the rent. Juliepa fashion Kumase and Odebam Sabua for Sinifio Retuno or Palm School Tadi in Tua Menkancho Nebuano. Please help us to get our breakfast. Kessben Kumase. Okay, Kessben Mate. Mama Yentuaso. I'll say why bring okay. Well, Menti message and I say Akuoko President Akufo said yet is Ikaso and so a comedy. Is it IMF that he was talking about? Ask him for me. BA Sky Ewo Ahonjo and Oje we Ebaye. I'll say I'm enjoying the program. Kessben TV is always the best. I love the Saturday morning. Amansan Ntie. Ghana will still be better again. Let's trust the process. I don't think we are going to accept any conditionalities that will make us hot. Like free senior high school and others to be abolished. Felix Anafi Buafo, Achuma Kwa Ngoma constituency. Say greetings to Honorable Kofi Amankwa, Ben Honorable Anopei, Deputy Defense Minister Special. Good morning to you. Good morning, Honorable. It is time for MPP government to reduce the salaries of public CEOs by 40%, reduce the salaries of board chairpersons, stop paying ex gratia to MPs and co. The government should again continue the previous government projects to reduce expenditure. They should stop going for huge loans to buy cars for MPs and so on. We need to think outside the box, Alex. And I'll say, I salute you, Honorable, and your team. Charity begins at home. How can government officials be driving Land Cruisers and Lexus V8, taking so much money from the purse of the country as monthly salaries and allowance, then come to the general public to watch our way of living and cut expenses of us? We have the land. God keep blessing us with rains. All the mineral resources are here. Why can't our top officials plan their ways better by cutting off the luxurious lifestyles and stop giving us excuses always? Kasatente Toponko, we are tired and sick of them. Abba, what a country. The junior Autopass El magazine and Oma Biumuku How magazine and pay Omo etie magazine for no pay Yachiamopa Yadamase Papa. As the MPP government just want to hide behind IMF and cancel the social intervention policies like free senior high school and others, but we are watching them. Roya El Bokrum sends that one in. I love your program, but my worry is that the people in your studio always talk as if MPP government is better. Tell them NDC is better than MPP. Isa Ewa Fidase and Ode Nedie Ebaye. Isa, thank you very much for watching and listening to Kessben FM. With all this borrowing, government could not pay NAPCO trainees. Hey, Ghana now going to IMF before they will pay NAPCO. And yes, Patrick Ewa Senkregwa. and Ode Ebaye. I say so sad how our successive government has been tearing Ghana apart. I'm watching Rwanda and ask myself if the country leaders actually learn. Felix Ewo Boga and Odiwe Ebaye. I say good morning, Honorable Akuoko. Matthew chapter 12, verse 36. But I say unto you, the every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. 37. For by their words they shall be justified, and their words thou shalt be condemned. So what has changed? The token is too much. MPP is finally taking us to IMF. God is watching. Sir Prince. And I say good morning, Akuoko. MPP should concede defeat and stop talking again. If Ukraine is not part of IMF, what are they talking about? Otin Isaiah, Ewotepa, and Odinity Ebaye. Mr. Osafmafo must be sacked from government because he and some MPP ministers are not adding any value to this government. Isn't it sickening that a whole country having whatever resources we need as a country, be it oil, petrol, timber, gold, and others, but still we are going to IMF. Oga Kenya say, and Abrim and Ode Abba. Good morning, Akuoko. You and your crew are doing a wonderful job. Kudos to you. Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Buafo said 20% of COLA for teachers and nurses is equivalent to employing 50,000 fresh graduates for 5 years. Please ask him for me. How many fresh graduates can the money used by the president to rent his private jet used to employ fresh graduates? Safo Shadrach, Ewo Amstead. Amstead no ye AAMUS ya Kentanapia Minka. Okay, Amstead rather. Kentanapia Minka School. I work Kumasi, formerly University of Education, Winneba Kumasi campus. Good morning, Akuoko. I'm enjoying the program. Amansan Ntie is live. I'm Sami Tuga from Somenya. This government is the worst government I've ever witnessed in this country. MPP never again. Say no to MPP. Okay. I have a lot of your messages. You're back in Kakakran 3 minutes near Samba studio. Na you're babe wrap up the show. Nana Edu a science teacher. Ewo TK Senior High School. Tribuakodia Senior High School. Komawu. As honorable, in fact, Mr. Kuzibuafo is a man I admire so much. But for him to have said that increasing teacher salary by 20% is equivalent to employing about 50,000 workers, I don't agree with him because teacher salary is nothing to write home about. So tell him that I'm disappointed in him. Okay. I say, yes, we are going to IMF, but then this is not an option. So, you say, waiting. Collins, Elbekwai, NOD, Ebaye. I say, people like Mr. Kusibuafo are part of Ghana's problem. They are the best technocrats theoretically, but practically incompetent. They are like Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Mr. Kusibuafo. When it comes to theory aspect, they can talk, but when it comes to practical, they have failed Ghanaians. Okay. Hi, please. Ascona from Pristia. I say I'm very disappointed in MPP government, especially our Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Honorable, good morning. I'm enjoying Amansan Ntie live. Tell MPP we need better Ghana. They promise us, not IMF. Because a IMF unkwadi ankema jem tunaho. Apostle Nicodemus Eric Dansumai. Okay, Eric Nicodemus Eric Danson. All right. Ewo Mansour Dubia. Enote abawaka Mansour Dubia. Minua Atason so Peter. Ya ye constituency MPP organizer. And then Usio Papa Ewo Damasata. Nyame Nticho Rena onka. Hone ebusiafo ebeja onyina nyame fo biamra na bibia ene fine. Ti Atason so Peter. And then Ojane Papa Kwa Damasata nyame Nticho Re. I say good morning, Honorable. Over 60% of our revenue are being paid to Article 71 holders. The political parties have planned to deceive Ghana always with their 8 years deal. Nana Kwame, Ewo Takrade, and Ode Ebaye. I say good morning, Mr. Akuoko. Please, Ghana going back to IMF will not let Ghanaians broke at all. And the president should try his best when we go back to IMF. Please, the employment must be done. My regards to Adrian Kessier, fantastic hard-working, experienced General Secretary, John Bodo. Okay. Edi John Opey, no baby, I'll be ano. a listener back or do say Ochiao. Congrats to your team. Tell the government and Honorable Kusibuafo that they should scrap the ex gratia, cut down the allowance and salaries of Article 71 holders, CEOs looking at the current situation the country is going through, and they should start. Okay. About for Gebra. So we didn't tell me the aso. Team I'm into aso. Well, my member studio bio na yamra Mr. Boafo. For question back wa me the best say also ne say aban no ka say you call IMF na ombetra 11 na yentua 11 no say be ya yen call IMF nti ebi bisa say na ya call IMF yi are they going to scrap the 11?
Yo, me that's it.
Na other issues aba na minti
no
under 5 minutes na
no be say we say increment of wages
teacher,
of
yeah, with me I
20% of yes in America.
Okay.
We say when you increase 20% salaries across the board of public sector workers.
Okay, and your teachers but also public sector.
There be so been that sir.
Okay.
Me can hear ya.
Yeah.
Into ya na nipa no enkutie.
Okay, so public sector workers.
Entire public sector
Okay,
workers.
okay.
Man can say teachers.
Okay.
So be here sir. Now misconstrued to me say
as a worker said teachers, but one
teachers don't know be our no.
Yeah.
Hammer more and you know be person or the cool.
Okay.
And
but your clarity no, Mr. Boafo say
sector
or can say 20% increment.
Our public sector wage bill.
Okay.
I know that me I mean your teachers. Teachers.
But they are told Kessben
it will be a bit
and see obetimi akọ Kessben FM online.com.
Mo be a deceive obi ko to kakra bia.
Yeah.
Nya hakra na akasa yo. No ako today. Akoto baby na nkwa na nkrofo.
Okay.
Me kasa wo Kessben.
Okay.
Opa ko Kessben. Akuti. Utie free baby a emfiri me Kusibuafo. What you say?
Yeah.
Kessben. Then I'm come as.
Okay.
Very good. Afi now we can be the 5 year levy.
Yeah.
Any other. Honestly, let me tell Ghana.
Now the conclusion
and I mean can tell Ghana for. There may be additional even exploration of revenues. Kebesan hwehwe bi aka ho. What you say?
I see.
Kebehwehwe revenue.
IMF ni nyina echi.
Yes. E be a property rates. Yebehwe say ye benye skadi free property rates. Yebehwe say benye skadi free toll boot ya yebeye no yito. What's your deba? Yentra ma bokena for cars ana cars ye twam ha na akaka wuroguroguro no mese kwa no na hwan sika na Ghana for ya san ba yire mu na mu dia kotua taxes yen kan huru se wo ye government a ye ka se be ma ni de sika e hye no botom aware ekura no ye mfa boto hunu enkwa aware a scanning what you say?
Yeah.
Inti mire bia no kan me papa koreko wiram no oba me de bi kan de na ni hwe na me hu sakase mete no apiepie firi bottle no oba no mani age na ma ha se ehuri me hu se edi inti em fa ati aban hia ska aban be bo no ho modin a ehia revenue ye be generate na IMF is a temporary measure.
Okay.
And your final destination.
Ebe wombe afia na mfie mienu.
And your final destination.
Ebe afia na mfie mienu.
Mean to me and project is but a temporary measure.
Okay.
Uko mfia yukura ube free mu aba. Na wa would abe sheshe. Said you be si sheshe would dear. And I mean country Ghana dey be say IMF on so dear no. Who call IMF wa? IMF on first can ma say come and pay your wages and salaries.
Kessben.
IMF use dollars no ubenya no to soar up your foreign reserve. Omo de beka o foreign reserve no as dollars.
Okay.
Na no serve as a buffer. Na akachire wiase nyina say you have enough foreign reserve to do international settlement.
Kessben.
Na breaki interest rate e kwosoro no ne nkrofo a more panic withdraw wo musika et said there a banks no that is wo musika na stay so it is a strategy to reduce sika amount for bond we do ano omo abaji wo musika ana omo prematurely retire obo bonds no even before the due dates because so when you sika no the build there And that is what the European countries are all doing to beef up our reserves.
Okay.
Sebeya currency depreciation no emba. Even then krano no inflation are rising more than 40 years high rate and nema bebre. People are queuing to buy fuel, which is a fact in this world. No be busa near the Rwanda. Rwanda have been there. Rwanda is contemplating going to the IMF. Let me tell Ghanaians today. To use Rwanda as an exceptional.
Rwanda be IMF.
IMF, yes. It will be a use Rwanda as an exception. Say, if one ever call IMF. Let me tell them Rwanda will go.
And which other African countries?
Niger and no many other countries in India, so the Senegal may also be following. What is here? Nigeria, I fear, may also be landing there. Yeah, or not so here, and Yama Bibri, Ebehano, or a quite Bibri. So, what you say? English speaking countries, Liberia, Wemo, any other countries, Egypt is already there. Yeah, Egypt is also already there. Ethiopia is also contemplating going somewhere in the next 2 months. You will see Ethiopia also talking about it. Contemplating. But dear, no dear. Even the president announcing, say, finance minister, and Shasia Enye Tokono, averted some dangers. Yeah, investors, you know.
Okay.
Hoping, say, Anya Huekurano. We will beef up our foreign reserves.
Okay.
That currency depreciation also so eswate kakra.
Okay.
Afena ni adi domestic measures no eba.
Kessben 92.
It will be a yaje bosie free no hone ade ade nyina no behu. Na me san ka kire o say Russia so a default in the payment of the debt service. Into Russia may also be heading towards a possible bailout. Russia no emu. But Russia is looking to China for salvation. What you say? On person did any chile, you know. It's 23rd year, Umushia, yeah, breaks, no. It's rather so about IMF on the World Bank, no. Because you see a better no. Because the whole contributors in the Germany, US, and any other unity, or better, any Britain, no, France, or Betchenary. It's the other thing, one in the breaks, one in the China. It is only a many in any team. Ghana for who's a one. A by way, a white papa. We introduce a lot. Media NDC MPP, it is Ghana first. We need free education. We need it. And they cannot go. Now, me country almost say this IMF, Abia Minyan Hente, you know, papa, also push me to the wall.
Yeah.
This IMF will be far better than NDC, and it will be the most favorable IMF Payako since independence, since 1966.
What's say IMF way?
The year Bekwe will be the most favorable because one IMF will now say we have the growth, we have balance of trade surpluses. Why would say this here? And now I feel. The year share ever honey say na ya launch programs and also so a big gear towards growth related. Then we have our oil. Yeah, and also so a whole lot of them will be pumped into the stream. Yeah, and also so ebeboa. We have gold. And now Ghana gold no one tea. And then we are saying am I be move towards gold purchases? And they say gold na rising. It potentially Ghana ain't mean yes city on a serious it I'm say a short term. At least to beef up our reserves.
All right.
It momo be mama NDC one obi Ghana for.
Okay.
I can assure you this will be the most favorable IMF. Nobody should be afraid.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Thomas Osibuafo, CEO Public Sector Reform. Prof, 30 seconds. Yes, Mami Tio Kakrabi. They only chat 30 seconds. Yes. They only chat.
But Kakrabi can say, the greatest resource Nyamede ma on my BIA Yadrin. Now Ghana for a dream say salvation abrofon sema. Enjoy this idea.
Okay.
Let's get together. na kakra ye wono
enye o se mpanifo na antoto ne mai no mo ye ko
enye mpanifo nkra Ghana for yesu ka be if you spend beyond your mean your lifestyle is so expensive.
Okay.
And then people don't want to pick trotro because they are beyond trotro.
Yes.
Me park my car, my car. Yes, my family car. Well, I do maybe and crofo cry jai trotro for amufa friend say Uber.
Professor Kwaku Mensah Mawuto, Professor Kwaku Mensah Mawuto, Mr. Thomas Kusi.